Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Vees Learning. This is me Varshini, and for today's video we are going to be doing a video on coal and petroleum, a science chapter. So let me introduce you to the chapter. If you're new to this channel, like, subscribe and turn on this post notification to get notifications whenever I post a new video, and let's continue with the video. So firstly, let's talk about the Earth. The Earth is the only planet in our universe that supports life. That means that the human beings that can only live in the planet Earth. We cannot live in Venus, Mercury or Mars because there are some things over there that are not there that for our needs. Now, there are some materials required, or the materials required for us to live, like the air, the water, the soil and the minerals. They are known as the major resources. These guys, the air, the water, the soil and the minerals are the major resources. Now let's talk about this diagram that is over here. This is the sun, the Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. Leaving the Earth, let's talk about the rest three planets first. The Mercury, okay, so I'm talking about the distance firstly. The Mercury is too close to the sun. It will be too warm over there. We can't live over there. The Venus, it is also too close. There is not much difference over there. The Mars is too far away. That is what we feel, right? It is too far away. It can be cold over there. Now this Earth is at the right distance. It is at the right distance from the sun that provides perfect sunlight, perfect rainfall, perfect like the winters and etc. Now this is the introduction to the chapter. Let's move on to the next topic, that is the utilization of resources. Now, the utilization. Plants use air, water, minerals and sunlight to make food. This is known as photosynthesis. Now, just like the plants, the animals and the humans, to survive we need certain needs, certain things. The animals need oxygen, water and food. The humans need food, air and water. Same, oxygen, water and food. And other ways, we use the other resources, the natural resources for different works. For example, the rocks and the soil. We use the rocks and the soil for construction and farming. We use the soil for farming. Check out the crop production and management video. You will learn more about soil. The metals. We use the metals for construction. We use it for utensils, the household work. We make our kadais and all with them. Then we use it for machineries. You make your vacuum, you make your airplanes and all with those metals. Now, the fuel. I've written some examples of here. The coal and the petroleum. We use it for vehicles, running your vehicles. We use it for factories. We use it for other machineries to work. Now, we have used a word commonly, natural resources. Let's move on to the next topic, that is about natural resources. The natural resources are the materials that support and satisfy the human needs and allow the existence of life. It means that they satisfy the human needs. We humans have many reasons that we want. So these natural resources satisfy our needs and they support the life and allow the existence of life on the earth. Now these natural resources are classified into two types, living and non-living. In anything they are classified always, especially in the natural resources. The resources are always classified into two types, living and non-living. They are known as the living natural resources and non-living natural resources. The plants and animals are known as the living. Why? Because they have a life. Why do the plants are known as living? Many people think that they are non-living natural resources, but no, they are living natural resources because they have life. They also produce food, they also have seeds which become babies of them, they do the process of reproduction, and etc. Now the non-living, the soil, the air and water. They are regarded as non-living as they don't do any process of reproduction, they don't move by their own legs, even the trees don't move, but they are regarded because of the reasons that I said. Now the water, it moves because of the air, and the soil also moves just because of the air. Now from where do we get all this, the soil, the air and the water? We get those from the earth crust, the solid part of the earth crust. Then we get the water from the water bodies. Even these, remember, we get them from the water bodies. The atmosphere, the blanket that covers the earth, the air or the blanket that covers the earth. Now this is all about natural resources. Let's move on to our next topic, that is renewable and non-renewable resources. Now let's talk about the renewable and non-renewable resources. First, let's start with the definitions. Renewable resources are something that never run out. Even though if you use them extensively, if they either run out, they get replaced quickly with a span of mostly 5 years, not more than that. Some of the examples are sunlight and oxygen. Now, let's talk about the non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are extremely opposite to the renewable resources. You have to use the non-renewable resources wisely. They get run out easily. Like if you use them extensively, they get run out easily. And to be replaced, they take millions of years. They take millions of years. They take very much time. And some of the examples of fuels and topsoil. Fuels examples are coal and petroleum I gave before. Topsoil is the soil that we have on the first layer. But there is one extensively, that are the metals. The metals are non-renewable resources, but then if you recycle them, if you there are metal recyclers that you have, there are factories in the cities and villages. So if you give them to the recyclers, they recycle it and give you new metals, or you can just give them. So that is the only extensive for non-renewable resources. Now we are done with the renewable and non-renewable resources. Let's move on to our next topic, that is the conservation of natural resources. అప్పుడే
వాము చేశాను నువ్వు చేసేస్తాను మళ్ళీ పెడదాం ఒకసారి.
So now let's talk about conservation. Conservation is the wise and careful use of resources. It means that you need to use them wisely and carefully. The use of the resources shouldn't be more than your needs. Some people use resources like while you brush your teeth. They keep on turning on the tap even though you don't need those water. So you need to use them carefully, because at one time they can go to an end and there is scarcity of them. Now why do you need to conserve? There are two reasons. Firstly, one is the population. The population of our country is too big that then you need more and more and more resources. Our generations are keep on coming. So thus you need to conserve your resources. It means that population is also that the needs of us. There are more people, so there are more needs. You need to feed them, you need to give them clothes and etc. Thus you need to utilize your resources. Next is the human needs. As we are progressing and our needs are progressing, the human needs are also progressing. We have increased whatever we need. Thus, you need to conserve. if you don't conserve your resources, our future generations will not have sufficient resources. They will need to keep buns and strikes, conserve resources then. But why till then? Conserve it now so that our futures are also happy. Okay, now we're done with the conservation. Let's move on to our next topic, that is the introduction to fuels and fossil fuels. So now let's talk about fuels and fossil fuels. Fuel is a substance that is used to produce heat at a reasonable cost, like the coal and petroleum. Coal, petroleum. These are very common resources that we find every day now in our daily needs. Petroleum is used for running vehicles and etc. Coal is used for cooking in the olden days, but now they are using it for ironing our clothes, the pressing of our clothes. And coming to the fossil fuels, coal and petroleum are called fossil fuels. But why are they called fossil fuels? Because they are formed by dead remains of plants and animals. Means, let's discuss about that in the next part of the video. But now let's move into the basics. Fossil fuels are very important resource for us now, because fossil fuels are available for us to cook, produce electricity in powerhouses. Everywhere these days we are using fossil fuels. So that's it for the part 1 of coal and petroleum. We'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye.